So let's say I wanted to integrate this function that I have right here with what I showed in my last video. Well, first of all, before I even go any further, I'm going to teach you all a something that's kind of like PEMDAS. It is LIATE. And this will help you decide which is which. And the L stands for logarithmic, the I stands for inverse, the A stands for algebraic, the T stands for trigonometric, and the E stands for exponential. And what you have closer to the L is what you would differentiate, and the function that is closer to the E, or more towards the right hand side, is the one that you will integrate. So what do I mean by that? Well, in the last video I said that the integral of u times v prime equals u times v minus the integral of v times u prime. So obviously the function that you will integrate will be your v prime, and the function you will differentiate will be your u. And so a lot of times when you integrate by parts, that is one of the challenges, deciding what to use for which. And if you go with the wrong approach, you can make an integration by parts problem harder than it needs to be. So for this one, it looks like, well, e to the x is the exponential function, so we'll be integrating it, and x is an algebraic function. It's closer to the left hand side than the exponential function is in the word LIATE, so we'll be taking the derivative of it. So with that being said, I'm going to say that u equals x and v prime equals e to the x. If u equals x, then u prime equals 1. That's a pretty fairly easy derivative to take. And if v prime equals e to the x, well, even the integral of e to the x is just e to the x. And in the case of integration by parts, well, for our purposes here, well, actually for any purposes, we don't need to worry about the constant of integration, as it's going to appear in the problem anyhow, as with any indefinite integral. So let's apply these definitions to our formula. So we said that the integral of u times v prime equals u times v minus the integral of v times u prime. So I'm going to write here that the integral of u times v prime equals, what did I say u was? I said u is x. So x times v, which is e to the x, minus the integral of v times u prime. And v is e to the x, u prime is 1, so this is the integral of e to the x dx. And I'm going to integrate this now, and I will end up with x e to the x minus e to the x plus c. And we are done evaluating this integral here.